This week on The Dish, we are taking you to a restaurant that went from pandemic pop-up to fine dining gem with a dancing twist. We are talking about Los Angeles restaurant Sampa, named after the national flower of the Philippines, the sampaguita. The restaurant's tagline is Filipino reimagined, and we got a sampling on a recent visit. LA's Arts District displays its creations both on the outside and on the inside, like in this cavernous restaurant serving edible works of art that mix high-end with down-home Filipino food.
I miss my grandparents, so I'm like, how do I recreate these dishes, but in my life, right? Chef Josh here.
And Jenny Valier. And we are Sampa.
Filipino-American chef Josh Espinoza owns Sampa with his longtime friend Jenny Valiez, who handles everything from marketing to operations. For people watching who don't know what Filipino food is, how would you describe it?
It can be daunting. If you roll up to a Filipino party, you're just gonna see massive trays of pork, sauce, fish heads, like mom and pop home cooking. And we want to showcase here that Filipino food can be modern, and it can be beautiful, and it can be fine dining.
Espinoza spent 10 years at one of LA's top fine dining establishments, Crustation, where during his downtime, he would try to merge his art with his heart.
And I was like, how come there's no like Filipino fine dining? Every time I have a little break, I'm like, okay, let me try this. A creation that was like in my head, and then kind of just put it out there.
Dishes like his Skyflake caviar, a play on popular Filipino crackers called Skyflakes, think saltines, and topped with decadent ingredients.
Growing up with my grandma, with my Lola, she always has Skyflakes in her, you know.
In her purse?
Yeah. I puffed up the cracker. Inside is a calamansi creme fraiche, A5 Kagoshima Wagyu, Santa Barbara uni, and Kaluga caviar.
I understood about half those words.
Yeah.
Translation, it's topped with a French sour cream, top-shelf Japanese beef, locally caught sea urchin, and caviar. I'm having a spiritual moment. This is so delicious.
Thank you.
The Wagyu is rich and like layered and delicious.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was a caviar girl.
Now you are.
Chef, you ruined me. It's a delicate dance, but one these former street dancers have trained for. They met when they were 16-year-olds in the same dance group. Did you battle each other?
Oh my gosh.
Dancing?
Oh my gosh, okay.
So many times.
Oh my gosh, so many times.
They attended the same college and competed together.
I felt like I've always been in the artist realm. I found cooking later throughout my life, like at my 20s. I had someone once tell me like, dance is not gonna relate to cooking. And I'm like, you're wrong. You know, like there's a lot to, you know, that I've learned from it that I bring here. And today it's just been fun, so it's cool.
Chef, your smile is like...
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm very passionate.
You too.
I'm very passionate about this. So it's like, it's so cool. It's so cool.
While Espinoza went on to culinary school, Valiez pursued a career in corporate marketing.
I had this long-term goal of like, you know, I think I'm gonna start a business one day. I grinded it out for about 4 years until COVID hit, and then Josh came knocking on my door and says, I have an idea, and here we go.
That idea, with demand for takeout surging during lockdown, Espinoza saw an opportunity to finally connect his two passions, fine dining and Filipino food. From his one-bedroom apartment, he started a pop-up to-go concept that looked like a restaurant on delivery apps.
They didn't know that I was selling from my apartment. I remember our first order of just list of people, and we didn't know anyone, and I was like, whoa, people are finding out about us. And you know, we're like, hey, we need to find a restaurant. So how do we do that with no money, pretty much? Like, oh, let's start doing pop-ups again. So we eventually popped up here.
You popped up here and never left.
Yeah, and never left.
Some of the dishes can still be found on the menu today, including the kare-kare tamales. What is kare-kare?
Kare-kare is pretty much a beef peanut butter stew. Back in the apartment days, I had a taco night with all our friends, and I was just like, what can we cook? And I'm like, okay, let's make some tamales. And I need some meat. Fortunately, you know, my mom left me leftover kare-kare, and I was like, you know, let me just try this out. So an accidental dish became our most popular dish.
It has so much punch, and you can taste the pork flavor throughout. That is so delicious.
Yes.
Another item that's never left the menu is this crab fried rice.
There it is.
Garlic.
There it is. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Even your own food, you're like...
Yeah, you know. I gotta love my food in order to make it, right?
They've poured themselves into this project.
We're literally a mom and pop restaurant. No investors, just literally from our own pocket.
Because for these first-generation Filipino Americans, they're not just delivering food, they're delivering memories.
When people come in, they always get brought back to, oh my God, like this is how my Lolo used to make it. This is why we do what we do. Because Filipino culture is so rooted in family.
Yeah.
And so rooted in heritage and honoring tradition and ancestors.
I'll never take that for granted, right? This is like my calling, no matter if I'm making $1 million or making, $1, you know what I mean? So it's like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, shout out to my Filipinos. That food was so good. What I love about these two people is that they're really doing this on their own. They have no investors. They have a small business loan that they're going to use to redesign their space. And it's the passion that they have for sharing the nostalgia and for sharing their culture with their customers that keeps them going.
Well, I mean, you can tell in how he was talking about that. Like, I really believe him when he says it doesn't matter if I'm going to make $1 million or I'm going to make $1. Like, the purpose is much beyond that wealth. Yes. I also love that this is a continuation of a dish that we did a couple of weeks ago, Crustation. I think Jolyn Kent did that.
Yes, she did. It's all combined in the Dish cinematic universe. But I love that they were also dancers.
I know. You've been teasing that all.
I know. I tried to get them to dance. I was like, how are your moves? And they were like, stop. I'm like, come on, just a little bit.
A little pop.
So that's why we showed all that video of them dancing, which is great. And what Josh says, the chef, he says, dancing relates to cooking. It's artistry, it's repetition, it's teamwork. So it all is connected.
I love it. Food looks good. All right.